And welcome back to the Castle of Illusion. We've got the ladder to the roof, so let's go.
Let's go up there.
Yeah. So yes, Archangel UK is back with me, ending it all.
I did. I'll see it through to the end.
Yep. So
And glorious battle with Misrable.
well, now here's to use our secret weapon. I still don't get why they replaced violet with dark green, but
On the ramparts.
yeah, but hey, you know, we got our bridge. And welcome to Misrable's castle.
The Rainbow Connection.
So yeah, oddly they reenact the first level. It is controllable, so you need to actually go in it. And then something that was unique to the Master System version, or Game Gear version if you will. You actually get a level inside of Misrable's castle itself.
That's nice. So we've got sentient weights and gold suits of armour.
Well, I think if you remember back to the Mega Drive version, actually there's quite a nice puzzle coming up where you have to use the barrel in order to. You can only pick up stacks that are like one high. So if something's too high, you can't pull something from underneath, which I probably should have shown off, but never mind. But yes, this basically is reminiscent of the first part of the final level in the Mega Drive version.
Oh yes, we have a lantern.
Yes, as long as you're holding the lantern, the level will be light. Yeah, that really is about it. It basically acts as a barrel. You can stand on it. You can chuck it into enemies to kill them. Yeah, all the basic stuff.
Oh yes, there was the mimic there as well, wasn't there?
Yes, that's again. I think that's unique to this one. Well, at least in terms of Mickey Mouse, in terms of unique anyway.
Wasn't there one in the previous one?
I don't remember. I really don't.
I swear there was. Oh well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They die all the same. Now this water definitely
It's
isn't
respawned,
safe.
doesn't it? There we go.
Yeah, you leave it to die. But yeah, this water definitely isn't safe. If you touch it, I believe you take damage, and I completely forget what I'm supposed to be doing here, I think. But
What is this?
Hmm?
What is this liquid? Dare we even ask?
Well, you know, this is Misrable's castle, so it's probably the waste pipes. I probably wouldn't advise thinking about it too hard, though.
Yeah.
Here's a nice little puzzle, actually.
It's a witch's brew of some description.
So yeah, we've got our key. We've had to. It's another part where we do actually carry it with us. So yeah, we need the key to open the door. It's a fairly simple puzzle, you may think. And there's another mimic. Although surprisingly, he helps me find a hidden chest, which I didn't know was there.
No, that's yeah, that's.
But yes, and there comes the next bit, and then. Ooh. If you remember that place, that's where we got the key, and oh look, the key's respawned.
So do we have a second door?
In fact, we do. And
That's
it's an
a nice
interesting
little
little clever puzzle, because you can only go in and out of there certain ways. So you have to actually go in there the right way to get the key back out, otherwise the blocks will respawn and you have to go all the way round again.
It is a nice little one.
As I said, this game does have some very nice little puzzles in it. And yeah, back to auto-scrolling.
Let's go with ghosts.
And some very annoying little puzzles which actually make use of the fact that you are side-scrolling, but...
So you actually have to use the auto-scrolling to push you underneath.
But unfortunately it means you need to race through some of the later bits to make sure you don't get crushed. But, you know, as I said...
What are these the ghosts of? They're very, very small ghosts.
Ghosts of... I don't know. They're useful for butt bouncing, that's all I know.
And now we've got Misrable's swimming pool complete with seahorses.
Oh yes, of course. This is where she breeds her monsters, and the seahorses are obviously there as food. So the game is full of these little nice bits. This is by far the longest level and probably the most difficult, which is suiting since it's the last level.
Yeah, we're at the end really, so...
And yes, nice little auto-scrolly section. One thing to note is the time will... you may have noticed there's a timer in the bottom. It never really comes to be an issue for this run-through, but if you don't know what you're doing in this castle, it can actually cause problems. You will simply lose a life if the time runs out, but oddly, it does reset if you die, I believe. As I said, it doesn't really...
So it's a single timer for the entirety of the level, not just the section, isn't it?
Yes, it does carry forward. But again, as I said, it doesn't really come into play because either I will die before it gets down to that point. I believe it starts at 499 on every level. And as I'm not sure if I'm playing the European version or the US version at this point, I didn't bother looking it up. I can't remember if that's in seconds or something that's slightly faster than seconds. Or slower. I can't remember which version was which.
Let's just assume it's seconds and I'm done with it.
Yeah, I'll do. And yes, fake ladders, only one's real. The other ones just make you go down and go, oh, I can't go any further. I can't remember what that chest down there is, but, you know, go and find out. Cake, always good. But if you don't destroy that block, you can't get back up there because it's slightly above Mickey's range.
Yeah, just enough to... Another Mimic?
Yeah, and that one's really annoying. And then I get greedy and want the chest. Can't get back up. And yeah, I think you can guess what happens.
Kaboom.
Yeah. Oh no, I lie. It starts at 500, not 499. Near enough. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, the other direction is purely there to get an extra life, which I've now used up, so is kind of pointless. So back we go.
Because we don't actually have lives, we have tries.
They're the same thing. Let's just be...
I'm just saying it's odd that they're not called lives, they're called tries. I was wondering if it's a Disney thing. In case it's like
maybe, I think they keep the tries
idea of Mickey dying.
This is true. I get lucky on this one as well. If you pick the wrong door, you go back to the beginning of that section.
Ooh.
I got very lucky and picked the right door because I don't actually remember which door was which. And so welcome to... I don't know if the dragon really has a name or anything. It's just a dragon. But yes.
Let's call it Smirkanov.
Smirkanov it is. Yeah, chuck the barrel at the dragon. That really is all there is. But he's actually quite difficult. His pattern, while there is a pattern you can tear him away from it, it's still quite difficult to avoid because of how quick it is.
Yeah, he moves his head quick, doesn't he?
That's the fun. Well, it's the final level. You know, it's got to give you some kind of challenge. But again, it's a fairly simple thing. Chuck the barrel at the head. I believe it has to hit its head, otherwise it doesn't count. So you can't just jump up and hit it in the belly. But it goes down eventually. There you go.
Actually, beyond that, I was quite disappointed by its range of movement. It's just flailing its neck around as it dies.
Yeah, and then, yes, there's 2 bosses on this level. Finally, we get to face Misrable herself.
Misrable.
Now, oddly, they have an interesting mechanic in that it's a dark level, so you have to hit it with a lamp, which you need to hold to be able to see stuff. And you've got these 2 floating balls around that are trying to kill you as well. And they
You need to show her the light.
That was bad. But yes, trying to avoid the balls is actually quite difficult. You can destroy them though with the lamp. I don't believe you can butt bounce on them. Now oddly, the dragon had unique boss music, but Misrable doesn't. I think it should have been the other way around,
Cool.
but meh. And there we go. First actual death by loss of life.
Yeah, that was a
It's not an easy boss. Again, it's not particularly difficult, but it's actually probably harder than the boss in Mega Drive version. Now, there is a couple of tactics you can do. As I said, you can actually destroy the balls. And I can't remember if I show it off in this video or not. I might do. But you can actually get
Just look like they've escaped from Breakout, don't they? These balls. Yeah, there you go. You just destroyed both of them on screen. So
now they're actually moving in a pattern which is much easier to avoid. Because they're going together. If you can get that, then golden. Of course, then I go and screw it up by destroying one again.
Destroying the balls, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? It's all good. I'm still up nearly full health. Me and my big mouth. But again, it's not the most difficult boss in the world.
I do like the fact that the pattern does change and it's sort of affected. But yeah, there she goes.
And unfortunately, this time instead of becoming beautiful, she basically just begs for forgiveness.
In tears.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
And there you go. That is the Castle of Illusions on the Master System. Bit quicker, but
indeed. And then Misrable broke her word, and because they were both in the dungeon, she just locked the door.
Yeah, unfortunately not. But yeah, you know, Mickey saves Minnie. It's all happy. This is a Disney game. It's got to have a happy ending. But as we watch the credits roll, I'd like to thank you, AAUK, for joining me on this journey.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice to be on.
And I'd also like to thank Strata, who actually, when I was recording this, watched and made sure everything was actually running properly.
A special thanks then to Strata.
Yes, I will get him in the Serious Sam videos easily. Because they will...
Oh yes, we've got those at some point.
Yes, I need to check what the best way of recording, because I'm probably going to use the in-game recording for that.
Oh yes, because it has that, doesn't it?
Yes.
But yes, this is the last visit to the Castle of Illusion,
well,
or the World of Illusion for now.
Well, we've got one more special little video for you, which will be the shortest video ever.
Oh, is it the highlights?
You'll see.
It's the highlight, Castle of Illusion highlights.
Not quite. But yeah, we've got one last video for you from the Castle of Illusion, and then...
Is it an interview with Jim, who we just had a special thanks from?
No. It is gameplay, thankfully. But yes, we shall return to the castle one more time. And obviously, on that note, there is the new game that's out, which is... It's not brilliant, but it's alright, actually. Power of Illusion. On the 3DS.
It was so good, it ended the studio.
No, I think you'll find that was the actual Power of 2 on the Xbox and PS3, which I have only played the demo for, and yeah. The actual, to be fair, the 3DS one actually has a lot of nods to the...
Yeah, that's a very deliberate...
Oh, yes.
They went and said they went out of their way to make that essentially a sequel.
And they do a very good job, in my opinion. It is still a little short, a little bit grindy, but I am still bugging them so I can get the soundtrack off them.
Well, bug them harder while they're still there.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Sadly.
Well, I'm sure someone's ripped it.
Yeah, it'll be up somewhere. But anyway,
thank you for joining us, and we shall be back one last time.